Okay. Helps everyone feel safe. To build a positive live chat experience for you and your viewers, choose who can participate. Learn more. Okay. It says I'm live. Attempting to figure out how. Lighting here. Alright. So, I just uploaded, so I'm attempting to upload right now, which I put in video, was that I got a watch, a Google Watch, and 2 phones, and I got Wi-Fi, and I got this tablet that I need to learn to use. Attempting to figure out how to do this, how to go live, and like the videos, when I'm videotaping, it takes a while to upload, and then by the time they upload, sometimes they don't even upload at all. My memory on my phone, it's 77 degrees right now. I'm in Melbourne, which I think is part of it too, is having my life threatened and the situation, sharing what's happening, as I feel like if I don't say where I'm at, I don't know how to create protection when the Latter-day Saints have a spy network they've had for years, since the 70s. So I'm attempting to figure out how I go about protecting myself. Jeez. Okay, for the upload. Okay. So when I upload, I don't know when you go live if you add a picture or not, but learning that if you take a picture, then you use as the profile picture when you upload a video. Otherwise, you have like, I don't know, like your face looking funny and some weird look. Like that. I was like, whoa, wake up, wake up. Okay, so, all right, so I typed up, let me see, I put it in YouTube. I typed up here what's is uploading right now, which was me explaining about me getting stuff through T-Mobile, showing what I got. So visually, I'm attempting to show that in the feed of a story, documenting my story, how it's kind of laid out. But right now, what's interesting is how do you, like right now you go live, how do I speak to people and the right people when I know that my audience is in your mind technology? So even though you don't show that people are commenting, they're commenting using the in your mind technology. So as I'm speaking, I have people who are claiming to take credit for words that I say, help me to say something. But currently what's happening on this network for the last few years, especially since 2019, when it was said that I had so much money, I was told that I was and have been the richest woman. In fact, the claim was in the whole world that I have a network that is mine, that it was all given to me, and that it was on my social security number, and that I could change and fix everything. So I helped script the Great Reset. I scripted all these ways to be able to change a system that would now give us protection. And instead, since my mom passed away, and she worked for the prophet of the Latter-day Saint Church, is that they just kept investigating, like they have for 47 years, of money that's owed, and it's already in my social security number. So the fact that it's owed to me, I let my children know, dealing with the bankruptcy of the Latter-day Saint Church has put me at risk. And the fact that there's 100,000 Boy Scouts cases alone, just the Boy Scouts, intertwined between how much of that is the Latter-day Saints, knowing that bishops in the Latter-day Saint Church are the ones that I've known and they've been investigating are rapists. They rape each other. And it's part of what they do. So knowing that my family, let's see, how many years ago was this? This was maybe 2017, I believe, that my brother's son was supposed to make some money being an actor, but then I said, I want to make this a documentary. And so they said that they were going to be publishing about abuse. And then my brother decided to share also. So who was sharing was people involved with being abused. And it was supposed to be a storyline about men and about males being abused. And to change the storyline, to make it where they would want to share. But instead, since then, my mom's passed away, and my brother has become the most abusive man, besides now my father, attempting to ensure and make sure that this system is what they're claiming, that it's my own family keeping me from having my own assets, my own property, my own vehicle that's mine, not only in the system, the things that were mine, that was supposed to be mine, and my children's, but that because of impersonators, imposters, that call themselves proxies, but utilizing the government systems to interrogate. This is emotional terrorism, to follow people around using a spy network, utilizing Latter-day Saints, calling yourself volunteers. Well, in my opinion, you're human trafficking yourselves. Because how are you going to get paid? If my belief was, my mom's belief was, it was always going to the Latter-day Saint Church. And then once they discovered that there was $100 billion slush fund money, and then what I understand is they explained to me that my brother William Sheppard Jr. put tithing and child support into the system, that other people put actual funds that they put in 100% of their own cash, so that way they can be a part of an organization that would help with housing, with cars, with assets. And then what happened is the insurance ended up being where from what I understand, my dog Princess was to have $1 trillion policy. And I've been told that my sister murdered my dog for $1 trillion. And so the idea that you have family that is supposed to be family so we all can benefit, but to think that an organization like the Latter-day Saints thinks or believes that on this network you're sharing, claiming that only Temple Mormons with current garments, current holders of a recommend, will end up with all the money. And so now on this network you listen to rape, torture, murder almost 24/7. And when you aren't listening to sounds of people screaming in your head and terrorizing people, but to know that there's other people who are celebrities who are impersonating Temple Mormons, expecting that while they're making a film for the last few years about the Latter-day Saint Temple Mormons, but then every time the government finds out, what did they do about it? Because when you do something right to fix it, then currently they're stating that they're killing everybody. And that's what has to be done, that right now puts me in danger, is the fact that they have made an oath, the suicide pact, which I need to document right now, makes this terrorism. I believe this is emotional terrorism in America and around the world, as my money for 47 years has been investigated, utilized, and it was my mom's belief that the money that was being utilized was going to change the world, save humanity, help us all to get out of the mess that we're in, not having enough money for what we need to have. As during the pandemic, the majority of Americans, from what I was told, qualified for food stamps. But to know that the government agencies under Medicaid, SSI, and other government programs like human services not only ends up human trafficking in the current plot line, because what's happening is that they're able to utilize it to take your assets, your money, and recoup what they consider on medical costs that they're creating on these medical costs. And the hardest thing to know is someone like me with remote viewing in your mind technology that I was made to see when I was blinded as a child. The fact that I have had remote viewing since the 70s. The fact that I've had in your mind technology since the 70s has put me around people of all sorts of people in the government, which currently, every place that I go, I have no idea who anyone is. I have no contacts currently that I can trust, and that's the problem I'm having. And that's the problem I feel like you have to have, is if you believe, which I've always believed, what I had safety, I thought, in being a Latter-day Saint I've never been a Temple Mormon. No, I had safety that my mother was a Temple Mormon. But since she passed away, my brother has broken the laws. I think this is executive abuse, and that's why I need to find a probate attorney. But also the fact I need to find an attorney that will deal with the fact that this has been fraud for 47 years. And by not proving and start to actually more than just document it and be the next person dead. Because I've got to head out again, as I got to find a place for my car. Because I have a misdemeanor now in Kansas that I have to deal with on a May 2nd court order, which clearly I won't be able to go, and I'm not going to be able to travel. It's not safe. So I need to deal with finding the right justice system and lawyers that can help me, as I just found out that what's in my IRA is not enough to rebuy, but I have all these properties. I have so much money in properties and assets under my social security number. And you're just going to continue talking about the IRS and indictments, which is a hit because they use it to kill you. It's like, hey, I like your house. Oh, I like your car. I think I'll have it. And that's what's really happening. Because currently in this current system, all you have to do is have sex with somebody, use their address, and now you're a resident. Now you're somebody. When a citizen and somebody like myself with an established reputation of character, so I've believed my whole life, as I've been a law-abiding citizen, wink, wink. Oh, am I? I don't know. I think at this stage it's hard to say anymore because I'm characterized as quite the criminal right now. And I think that's the point. They want me in jail. They want me to live in prison, and that's what they keep saying. I'm doing everything I can to ruin her life. So I'll end it on this because I gotta head out. Alright, can you see it? I'm gonna use a flashlight. This is real. Having your tongue cut in half. And on both sides. And right there. And calling you a snake for speaking. Now, do you think anyone would ever forget that? Being held hostage, having my tongue cut, and called a snake. Now, this is real. The fact that I went to the police, to the first responders, like the FBI said, and they claimed it's not happening in this city, so wherever it happened is where you need to file a report. Okay. So just you're aware that the Temple Mormons have an oath to kill right now. Now, I hope I live a few minutes longer. I hope you do too. God bless America. From Diamonds in the Sky, Susie Q. Shop. Till later.